someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
To throw, it's Jenkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cobb. Gets away from one, finds room. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got a man. It's Simmons. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That sucks.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it out of the air for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Calling on just once. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jenkins. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back on the option, the give. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like topping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They go to the draw. Got room at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
It's caught. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilmore. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on fourth down. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
The Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. This is a design run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Trying the left side. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Navy is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 28 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
I dropped it.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. The option look. He'll He'll toss it. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The short hands, it's Thompson. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cobb. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Doing their job.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away
I'm
from
trying to
tying
put this game away.
We
I'm calling it
trailed a little bit in the
21-7.
first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they take the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll go with a direct snap. Finds a little space. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle at Simmons.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Howard. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Simmons. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On the move, it's Cobb. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
It's on target and complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive to get into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Boley. Finds a tight end. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilmore. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Wildcats are marching down the field. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Got it in the middle, it's Gilmore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Off play action on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run.
He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that.
Yeah, I wasn't
because they're
gonna
not
use
able
that
to
all
come
the
up
way.
with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium.
Get him.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Late in football games,
Hey, what's up,
I
Nick?
have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
That's reeled in. It's Cobb. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And this one isn't over because the defense still
already
has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Nice.
Gonna run it. It's Alston. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
3rd down coming up.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Just throw it to his
And
feet,
he missed
I guess.
it. No good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Kentucky, 14.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start.
Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got his man to the left. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Auburn just trying to run out the clock. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. He might want another play. Calls his own number. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking for a man, it's Jenkins. They get to him as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. They've got the screen set up.
Dang
And he
it.
wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
He got
Damn
it.
it.
Touchdown, Wildcats. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
Shoots it to the left. He's got him this time. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll pick up the first down out of bounds at the 46 to stop the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success.